the world of professional sports, age is usually a death sentence. By 37, the legends have usually become memories. They are sitting on podcasts, talking about the good old days. Or they are at the end of a bench, providing veteran leadership, while their bodies fail them. But Kevin Durant is not a normal human being. On February 3rd, 2026, the Slim Reaper isn't just surviving, he's flourishing. He has defied the laws of biology, the critics who said his Achilles would end him, and the narrative that he needed a super team to be relevant. Today, KD is the heartbeat of a resurgent Houston Rockets team. He is hunting the ghosts of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant on the all-time scoring list. And despite a freak injury just 48 hours ago, the league is still terrified of him. This isn't a retirement tour. This is a masterclass in lethal efficiency. Why should you still care about Kevin Durant? Because we are witnessing the greatest old man season in the history of basketball. To understand why KD matters right now, we have to look at the summer of 2025. The Phoenix Suns experiment had ended in a plateau. The critics were circling. People said Durant was done being a bus driver. Then came the move to Houston. It was a shock to the system. A young, rebuilding team with a fiery coach in Ime Udoka and a core of hungry, unproven talent. Many thought KD was going there to fade into the sunset and collect a massive paycheck. Durant didn't just join the Rockets, he transformed them. He took a team that was fighting for play-in spots and turned them into a top 4 seed in a brutal Western Conference. But he didn't do it by taking 40 shots a night. He did it through a level of mentorship we've never seen from him before. Watching him work with Alperen Sengun, now an all-star, has been a revelation. KD has become the ultimate gravity well. He stands on the wing, and because he's Kevin Durant, 3 defenders have to lean his way. This has opened up the floor for Houston's youth to flourish. He's the oldest all-star in Rockets history, but he's playing with the energy of a rookie. Let's look at the cold, hard data. In 2026, the Durant standard is still the highest in the league. As of this week, he is averaging 26.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game. But the scoring isn't the story, it's the efficiency. He is shooting 51% from the field and 40.5% from three-point range. Do you realize how insane that is? At age 37, most players lose their lift. Their jumpers start hitting the front of the rim because their legs are gone. But KD's shot is purely mechanical. It is a biological machine. He is currently on pace to join the 50-40-90 club for the 3rd time in his career. If he pulls it off, he will be the oldest player in history to do so. He has mastered the mid-range to a point where it's basically a layup for him. He doesn't need to blow past you with speed anymore. He uses a half-second hesitation, a slight lean, and that high release point that, even in 2026, remains the single most unguardable shot in basketball. We are currently in the middle of a historical countdown. Every bucket KD scores in a Rockets jersey is a piece of history. In January 2026, Durant officially passed Wilt Chamberlain to move into 7th place on the all-time scoring list. A few games later, he moved past Dirk Nowitzki for 6th. Now, the target is on the back of the greatest to ever do it, Michael Jordan. As we speak, Durant is only 540 points away from passing MJ for 5th place all-time. Think about the gravity of that sentence. In a few weeks, if he stays healthy, Kevin Durant will have scored more NBA points than Michael Jordan. This is why you should care. You aren't just watching a player. You are watching a man rewrite the final chapters of a Hall of Fame career. Every time he rises for that signature jumper, you are watching a top 10 player of all time move one step closer to the absolute peak of the mountain. But as we saw just 48 hours ago, the Slim Reaper is still human. On February 2nd, 2026, the basketball world went silent. In a game against the Indiana Pacers, Durant suffered what looked like a serious ankle injury. The irony, it wasn't a defender that did it. It was a freak accident. He stepped on a fan's foot while trying to save a ball out of bounds. He missed the second half of that game, and he was ruled out of the following matchup. Currently, the Rockets are listing it as a grade 1 sprain. At 22, you bounce back in 2 days. At 37, the recovery is a chess match. This injury is a reminder of how fragile this greatness is. We take it